a bomb plant. Stanislaw outside main for the time being, rushing for passive angle towards IB. In the meantime, presence being shown towards B. Will that pull a rotation? Glaze on the way through connector. But Zipex has backed off closer connector as well. They've got the range advantage with those USP, so they can stay close to connector and then quickly rotate should it be required.
Yeah, they really don't mind playing train on the CT side. You don't have to go too crazy in your rotations. You can keep it pretty chill. And at the moment, Astralis seem to be chilling. Just waiting for OpTic to make their move. And they do have quite a few players towards Ali now. So they likely want to get that split going. Ali, PopDog, and Team Main. It's a good one. 3 players down Ali. This is a very, very troublesome area sometimes to deal with, especially when there's crossfires from the CTs. And you can see that they feel the same way. They're going to show the presence and then back away towards Team Main. And this does pull more CTs probably away from Team Main. So that is probably part of the reason why they're getting themselves in this with these initial maneuvers. So now the push is on.
Smoke's being deployed. Glaze for smoke of his own. Trying to reduce the amount of people who can pick him at the same time. Going for the one shot's not going to work out. Rush taken down in the meantime, however. Glaze on the high ground and the frags are really going back and forth down to the 2 versus 2. 30 seconds still time for OpTic to play with. Got Zipex in connector and Dupree over towards Ivy. Bomb getting planted for PopDog. Who's going to have the positional advantage? Dupree at the very back. We see Mixwell could be taken by surprise. This is dangerous. These are dangerous waters for Mixwell. He could get pinched by both these CTs. Zipex coming through connector now, trying to take him down. Still alive for the time being. In the meantime, Stanislaw's rotating, but there's not much he can do to help his teammate at the moment. Mixwell, oh, he's got 1 kill at the very least. The bomb's planted, very exposed as well. Can Stanislaw be found? Flying kill there. Stanislaw did not have enough HP. Can he get to the bomb fast enough though? The bomb still needs to be defused. He's got the kit, and that is GG.
Yeah, I was kind of worried for a second there. He was kind of scrambling around to find that kit, but he did indeed find it and nailed the defuse. 1-0, Astralis with the start that they wanted. Now they can get all the guns, and OpTic, it's not quite a similar story for them just yet. It will take 1 round of nothing until they'll bring out the AKs, and that's very likely what they'll do. Some teams, though, do have a force buy here. When you get the bomb plant, the extra $800, you can get the Technize, the full Kevlar and helmet, and have all the grenades. Some teams really like to get the pressure on the CTs immediately with rounds like that, but OpTic might be in this frame of mind as well. Maybe if they normally would want to do that, right now they're feeling the pressure because they had a horrible map 1. So let's see if they can get a bomb plant or something similar here with just a smoke and a flash.
Astralis waiting for OpTic to make their move. No one in forward positions that OpTic are very fond of on the CT side. Hopefully for OpTic they'll have enough rounds to actually show us the CT side on this occasion. But for now, it's eco rounds. Where will this one smoke be deployed? Tarek joining the crew. 4-man on road in the PopDog. Stanislaw outside main, he's the grenade man. Could be going towards connector, perhaps. That'll just cut off the angle from connector towards Pop, and here they will emerge. 1 frag for Astralis. This is an anti-eco, there's no armor on these players. They know what's happening with that bomb plant. Maybe Tarek on the high ground wasn't the best idea. That bomb's not going to get planted in this round. On to the next one.
And the bomb down there is really helpful. It allows in this 3rd round to have way more grenades, obviously, because if you do get the bomb down on the first round and lose that round and you save, as we just saw, you don't really have enough to get everything, and we're going to see that right now. A limitation on utility, which does mean that OpTic are probably going to think about making a faster play because they can't. They've just run out of flashes too quickly. Otherwise, you want to have the most impact from those flashes, get the most map control or fragging opportunities from them as you can. So we might see a fast pace indeed. Astralis themselves, they're going to realize that situation. And they're going to hang on to these FAMASs.
Oh man, that's 60 damage. That's maximum damage.
That is pretty brutal. Dupree often gets kills from this position, actually. Oh, if no one going to check this, they may feel like that's clear, actually, after just having someone there. That is really bad, because that means if Astralis delay the push, if they get onto the bomb site, not quickly enough, Dupree's going to have a very, very nasty flank.
I love the fast play from OpTic. Great shot to the back, but indeed Dupree is here already. Nafly is in for a nasty surprise. Hello and goodbye. There's the bomb as well, and now he can hold the high ground for his team. How do OpTic close this round out? Nothing but frags coming from Astralis. Tarek and Rush remain. Tarek with a 2-man spray down, bringing it straight back, leaving Dupree alone. This is going back and forth. They've got the bomb. They can rotate. Do they know where Dupree is, though? He's got himself 2 kills. He's got half his HP. The Molotov. Force rush from his position when he goes the right angle, though. There it is. OpTic take the round. I love the fast play from OpTic. There's lots of time on the clock, but again, the default of CT sides these days is to start with one person in the B bomb site. They have the numbers game to their advantage. The flank, though, is still so fast from Astralis. Ever a dangerous team here at ECS Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Astralis had the perfect play to deal with it. I mean, Dupree was in this position at this insane flank time. He gets 2 kills immediately on the flank. That's crazy. He gets to safety as well. And yet still, Astralis loses the round because OpTic's their main push in towards the deeper parts of the yard were very successful. Crazy. But still, Astralis, they have the AWP onto Device. Have a pretty good situation on the weaponry overall, but it's the utility where they're lacking. So let's see if OpTic will play a slow round now, in expectation that their opponent has low amounts of utility. They want Astralis, they want to pressure Astralis and force them to waste everything before they then go for their play. So there's no counter flashes, no counter incendiaries, and so on and so forth to stop the push that OpTic want to make.
Tarek still with the bomb outside main. That's not the kill that OpTic wanted. 2 more towards Ivy. Stanislaus made his way up behind the smoke, but how far will he push? Kiabi's in position. Device is completely rotated. That's going to burn the clock for OpTic. What is ultimately the play for Tarek now? Stanislaus and Rush. Will they try to push their way towards CT, towards B? Nice boost coming in, but again, the frags are just not coming for OpTic. The grenade won't get the kill onto Rush. He's alive for now, but he needs Tarek. Just about seeing Kiabi. 40 seconds.
Oh man,
but the time is irrelevant.
Only 1 guy died for Astralis. That's insane. And OpTic, they just won a round, James. They just won a round, and they only had a couple players surviving in that round. So they've got nothing left. That is really bad for OpTic. It's going to put Astralis massively ahead. And again, it's a round where Astralis had no utility, basically. They had almost nothing going into the mid-rounds. So now we see the tech lines come out, the full force buy here, because OpTic were just so poor, they're going to have to double save anyway after being reset like that. So they're just going to say, okay, let's just get the force buy in. We've got a bunch of nades, we've got tech knives, we've got armors, we've got helmets as well. And these rounds are very winnable on the T side, but not if they lose players early.
I do wonder if we're going to see that full of smokes towards the A site. Maybe Nafly looking to show some presence towards B, but it will cost him his life. Rush making his way towards the bottom. Now we see the bomb moving towards Ivy. 3 players in A for Astralis. They have the numbers advantage. They have the weapon advantage. And at this point, you would have to say they have the psychological advantages. Any confidence from last week's win for OpTic has quickly disappeared following overpass. 3 smoke grenades for OpTic.
Yeah, OpTic are a bit unfortunate with Device getting a pick there, but we'll go into that in a moment because we do have the set piece coming in, and although their winning chances have dropped with losing Nafly so early, there is still a lot to be done in the chaos. There's still 3 smokes to launch into this A yard, but Astralis are pushing with Glaive. They've got some good setups here. On top of the trains, we see Dupree up there as well, and there's no one coming from Ali, so this should be an amazing defense from Astralis. OpTic playing it slowly though. There goes the flash. And now they start to push in. Glaive is ready and waiting. They're in the smoke. Will they find him? Yes! There's a quick headshot from Mixwell. And now they can get some more forward ground here onto the bomb site.
The rifle in the hands of the Spaniards is doing work here. Device still alive for the time being. Got support from the teammates as well. The bomb, though, should get planted. Nothing they can do about that for the time being. 3-man retake for Astralis. Can they keep OpTic on the back foot? Kiabi close. He's got Stanislaus around the corner as well. Oh, but he's close enough for the tech line for the 1-tap. Specs sees to jump. Where are the other 2 players? There's 1 spotted, but where is the 3rd? Trouble for Astralis. No kits on either of these players. Maybe there's one close. That clock is ticking, and they need to find themselves some kills. It's pretty much the Specs on his own. Device doesn't have the HP to deal with this, and that's the round over. Device going to run away, and OpTic are back on the scoreboard. 2nd round for them.
Yeah, and that's crazy, and part of that does show you as well that OpTic, they have a very good grasp of Counter-Strike. They always wanted to run this round with what they had, all the grenades and techniques and so on. They always wanted to run the set piece on A, but they realized as well that you can't just do it in a really fast timing because there could be pre-nades, the initial positions from Astralis, they're going to be on high alert to those kinds of plays, so it's often just going to fail. What you do want to do is just show presence everywhere because Astralis don't know exactly what they bought, so they try to spread out, but there is always a small risk that an AWP has pushed somewhere, like Device did, and he'll catch one of your players. Luckily for them, they still had enough grenades to get a good set piece there, and they somehow, in the chaos, make it work. So back in 2 rounds against 3 now, and Astralis didn't get a chance to build money, so this is perfect for OpTic.
This buy from Astralis absolutely sucks.
Yeah. Well, double mag 7. Never fails.
Rush with a great pop flash for anybody playing close on the CT side from the ramp. We've seen Tipex close there with high explosive grenades. Always good to have such precautions. Pop flash for Dupree again with the shortcomings of their buy. They take aggressive plays. And Dupree there. Maybe they can submit some back elsewhere. Getting wallbanged. I force it back a little bit. This will waste time for OpTic as well. If Astralis can keep 5 alive to the sub 40-second mark, then there may be problems. Dupree in a strong position to get... Oh, there it is! Not fatal though. 20 HP for Nafly. Good start for OpTic.
He's inspecting his weapon, James. He was inspecting his weapon. Device is going to find the push now, and if they can just neutralize Device as a threat, they should be okay. However, Sipex finds himself a kill to Mag 7. That's a gun to be collected. And Glaive, he's going to find a flank in the smoke. Mag 7 comes in. Where's the frags at? Nothing for Glaive. That's a massive loss there. Mixwell turning around and dealing with them. But still chances here for Astralis. Still 2 left alive, including Device on the AWP.
Zipex in connector, made himself known with those shots, and Device will take control of that distraction. Zipex stops Mixwell trying to plant the bomb as well. That leaves Rush alone. He knows where Zipex was, but where could he be? He needs to go and retrieve that bomb. Zipex biding his time. He knows there's no time for OpTic to rotate, so he will just wait for that plant attempt to come in. Rush will surely go for a fake. No, he's going to commit. Out comes Zipex. He's in headshot position, and there it is, straight in the face. Astralis, 4-2.
James, Zipex got 3 kills on Mag 7 in this round. That is nice. That is very nice. Marvelous, in fact. And he picks up the AWP. I mean, Device hit a stunning shot there on the player in window. Very, very nice stuff there from Astralis. Flexing their muscles. Always able to pull out massive performances. What a steal that was. Beautiful steal from Astralis. And that leaves OpTic once again in a really weird position on the money. They don't have much money, but they have enough to buy on a few players. So again, we're likely to see, I think, a similar round. They may just go B to mix it up, but with the buy that they have, 3 AKs, Tech 9, and a UMP and a handful of grenades, probably going to see the chaos outside again. And look at Astralis' situation as well. They're not too healthy on the money either. There's a lot riding on this round.
OpTic moving quickly towards the B bomb site. Specs will hear the footsteps. Plays straight into that. They can warn his teammates. It might be a fast one in towards A. But what can they do in reaction? Oh, Tarek ran nowhere. Device gets fully ruined. Can the bomb go down though? Another kill for Tarek. This is not a good start for Astralis against the big round. Both teams with no money in the bank, and the CTs are falling like flies.
A lot of damage has been done though, as we see all these tag players for OpTic, so there is definitely a chance here. And already Astralis have found their way onto the bomb sites, onto the bomb train. But look at how everybody's fanned out here for OpTic. They've taken very deep positions just surrounding the bomb site. And guys just standing on the site, desperately waiting for someone to peek. Will someone please peek? Doesn't look like that's the case though. And it looks like they just want to save the AWP onto Zipex perhaps. Unless something happens here. Glaive does pick up a frag, but still, they're not liking their chances. It's so hard to get those kills on a post plant. Naf might be able to remove these weapons as well.
Tough times for us both. Despite the lead, that leads to disappearing. At least they can hold on to their weapons, and for now, no one else close enough to take them away. Another round on the board for OpTic. They keep the gap quite narrow indeed, but there's an AWP on the server, and that is not good. It's been thrown over to Device, and he's going to buy some armor around it. Astralis calling a tactical timeout, trying to decide how best to use what they have in this round. OpTic Gaming, one can expect a slow round from them as they try to identify where Device is and either neutralize him or exploit a hole elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm glad we're seeing the force buy out of Astralis here because, again, saving the AWP and the M4. Okay, the other players, they don't really have much in the way of cash, but still, this map, you can do a lot on the force buys for the CT side because you can force all these close range engagements. There's all the trains to play around. It's very difficult for the T side to deal with. And on top of that, yeah, they have the AWP on Device. So with OpTic's money being very low, this round, this is just insane. The way this matchup is going. OpTic might just hit outside again, James. They might just keep going outer. It's been working pretty well for them. Why stop now? Why stop a good thing?
Look at those rounds being traded back and forth. No one with real consecutive rounds beyond the first buy rounds for both sides. Maybe this will be it for OpTic. Astralis trying to play a reactive game, a proactive game, rather. Device and Glaive quickly rotating towards B-bomb side. They've rotated Kiabi as well. They've got some kind of mad read that it could be an early play in towards the B-bomb side. But that's not the case, not just yet. Again, OpTic taking it slow. But Astralis, they have to be active with the weapons they have. These are the most awkward angles.
Wow, look how well Dupree plays this position. They know that he's still there, it seems. But he is just avoiding all the damage. This is actually incredible from Dupree. And they feel like they've done the job there. They probably feel like they've done the job, but Dupree's still in that position. He's actually going to fade away now a little bit. But they're going to move into Device, into the B play. So it looks like the hunch here was correct. Moving into the setup. It's looking fantastic here for Astralis. There's no one left. Everyone's been wiped out. Mixwell is the last man standing against 4 players. Wow. Device going absolutely wild there with the AWP. That was a pretty nice save. Thank you very much, Mr. Zipex.
The trades continue. But you see, they threw a smoke, I think, but Nafly makes his way down before the smoke comes in, and they know they're playing against the AWP. And wow, they just emerge before the smoke blooms, and it costs them. It costs them dearly. And it's OpTic who are down to the pistols. The force buy continues. 3 to 5. Grenades here and there for the T side. Pop flash them their way through any early aggression, but Astralis in this position will be mad to go for an Ivy push in this round. 3 players, including the bomb, towards Ivy. For
Device's form is scary. Very scary right now. It is so awesome to see him hitting this form. That is a lot for OpTic to deal with. And already taking some damage early on too.
On the subject of form, again, as you heard Lepis say, Nafly had the game of his life at the E-League finals. We're 8 rounds in. This is the 9th round, and he's got 1 kill. And again, Russia's got 2 kills. They have fallen off the cliff.
But perhaps they will try to send Astralis off the cliff in this situation. In the chaos, just creeping up onto the bomb train. Where do they come from? Astralis are wondering. Now Kiabi has to clean up. He's got Zipex coming in from connected to help him out as well. Oh man, Rush turning around, just sweeping that mouse all the way across the pad to get rid of Kiabi. Now Zipex with 8 points of health. A very unlikely round here, looking to be won, and indeed it will be won by OpTic. Nuts.
No one can win consecutive rounds, it seems. Doesn't matter what the buys are like. Force buy after force buy after force buy being won. What will Astralis choose? Will it be another force? They know the money's going to be low, and indeed, they're going in. They managed to muster an AWP for Device. We've seen what they did with a crap buy previously. And this buy might even be better than that one, or very similar to it at the very least.
How do they buy an AWP? I thought they were...
I have no idea.
Do they make it out of rubber bands and sticks and twigs?
Style. Well, let's see. We've got a fast play into the A-bomb site from OpTic Gaming, not going to allow Astralis to adjust as they have in the past. Will it be enough, though? So far, so good for Rush. 2 players taken down for him. The AWP is still alive, but can it get into position?
Well, that is a rough way to go. Astralis not even having a look in this round, and it seems that finally one team will be able to string around together. That is great for OpTic. They are really fighting hard, and you can see why no one wants to count them out. Mixwell waiting for it. Kirby gives it to him. Now it's Device's turn, though. Will he receive Tarek in his reticle soon? Battle of patience here. Patience is key as an AWP player.
A. No more D. No more Ds. But there's another one coming, and that's lots of D. Oh! There we go. Looks like Device will hold on to his AWP after all. There's not much Astralis can do around this sniper rifle. Finally, we have some consecutive rounds. 5 to 5, though, is the score. Again, OpTic Gaming, 1 game down.
The thing is, though, James, is that Astralis actually have an AWP because of that save of Device there. They actually still have an AWP in play. And whenever that's the situation, it can always get a little bit weird. That said, Astralis aren't purchasing anything else. They just have the USPs and the AWP that was saved. But you can never count out the AWP on Device. Can OpTic circumvent the AWP? That is the question.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's a beautiful kill. But there it is. The AWP is gone and it's irretrievable.
Yeah, it might be unless Glaive can get over there past Tarek's angle. Indeed, Tarek's not peeking, so Glaive will be able to collect the AWP. But what can they do with it? Glaive will find out if he's got any AWPing prowess. That's a nice shot, but not a fatal one. And that's pretty much the round over. OpTic Gaming going to take the lead finally against Astralis. Zipexel's presumably going to try and either get a, I thought maybe he's trying to get a knife kill, that, or he'll try to recover the sniper rifle, but Rush is over there, making sure it's protected. You can see Zipex hunting for that gun now. He might not survive from this position, but he wants to do as much damage as he can. The money's tight for both teams. Where is the AWP though? Rush. See him just standing around it, using it as bait. He drew in the fish and then he gutted it.
OpTic are really making half of this. This is insane stuff. But Astralis are back on the buy. The key thing though is that there's no AWP for Astralis. So that's going to be, I mean, that might change how they want to play this round out. They might want to get a bit more aggressive towards T main and play a rifler setup close to PopDog as well as T main. That could be, you know, one way they might interpret this, but I doubt we'll see them having such passive positions with no AWP in play. And Glaive is moving forwards there towards the E-box. There's a player with him as well. That's going to be Dupree, who's been commonly playing PopDog. Indeed, it's a forward setup, but not all the way. Not committing all the way for a push into enemy territory. But they have almost no nades. They've got 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs with a minute 30 left. That is not a good place to be on the CT side.
Yeah, those counter flashes going to have to be the best counters of all time. Device on the B-bomb site with Zipex. And again, Astralis with 2 players very close to PopDog. We could see some more fast rotations. We'll obviously be ready for it though. It's proved effective for Astralis already on this train. But here they come. The numbers game spreading out on the high ground. Device, can he find a fatal kill? Yes, he can. Nice headshot. Hiding behind the smoke. But he needs support. His teammates around connected, but they're stuck behind the flames. Device surely spotted now. Double peek ready for the team side. They're waiting for him to emerge. There's Rush. Can he get a kill though?
Very, very laboured at this point. Dupree will take down Nap, and Kirby chiming in as well. It all falls to Mixwell, but Dupree is there, and that's going to be the round for Astralis. It was a very hard round to win, but they read it. They read the situation so incredibly well. Just as you said, they set up that flank. It seemed like they had all the players in the right places. And OpTic Gaming, they still have some money in the bank to buy with, so it's not over just yet as far as their buys are concerned. But again, Astralis have been taxed. They lost so many players there. Their buy looks crap as well. They've got a UMP in the mix, but at least they got nades this time. That's an improvement.
Kiabi is going for a push on his own through the Ivy position, behind the smoke at the very least. Some warning grenades from OpTic. We'll see if support comes his way. Device is closing in on his position now. So maybe Device will end up being the bait. 3 players plus Kiabi towards the A site. Again, standard stuff. Zipex on his own towards B at the beginning. No fast play from OpTic at the moment. And again, we are into the last 3 rounds of the first half. Bomb moving around a PopDog, and now there are more players being drawn towards the IV position.
Yeah, it looks like they might actually try to commit in there. It's a possibility. A lot of teams will actually fall back with a couple of players, and sometimes even all of them. It's just to essentially force the CTs to adjust their setup so that they can incorporate more control towards the alley position. And that allows easier entry on the front of the bomb site towards T main and PopDog. But actually, yeah, they're going to go 3 men here. Kirby with a nice angle. Can't get anything really from it though. Rush with the frag. And now things are getting a little bit tricky here for Astralis. They're able to find the bomb though. They've got the bomb by E-box. This is a massive problem. Dupree's still there as well.
Even if Dupree goes down there in this trade, he's got Glaive and PopDog, so how does one go down? Rush with 11 HP. Needs to collect the bomb. He's got 3 to find as well with this AK, and he's got 25 seconds with which to do it. That flashbang doesn't work out, but really the time is against Rush in this situation. He's backing off now. Lovely angle from him, and Astralis will take the lead. Very tight game between these 2 sides.
It's so interesting that we've never seen either team have money. There's just never really a situation where anyone's ever had any money. It's made for a lot of exciting moments so far, but this is going to be another round where there's not much to really accomplish for OpTic. They have some Tech 9s, they've got some grenades to work with to maybe get onto a bomb site, to maybe get past some of the annoying choke points, but beyond that, I mean, it's hard to expect much. Oh dear, Glaive going to be missing that incendiary. That is unfortunate for him.
Sepex with the early Molotov. He hears footsteps towards the B bomb site. He has no support, and again, the fast play on the high ground from OpTic could work perfectly in this situation. That one man vulnerable towards the B bomb site. Tarek pushing forward as well, trying to get map control for his team as the bomb goes down. Range to the advantage of Astralis, but they have to close that range if they want to win this round. We've got a flank coming in as well. We've got Rush is looking for it. Dupree on the high ground can entertain him. That weakens the defense on the B-bomb site at the same time. So problems for OpTic. Numbers dropping. 2 plays picked off though. Almost a third, but not quite. Tarek on his own. He's got an AK. No armor. He'll have aim punch if he gets seen. There it is. Zipex finishing things off. 3 plays surviving for Astralis as they move towards 8-6. 1 round remains in the first half.
Yeah, what a rocky first half to speak for both teams. Astralis looking to finally edge out an advantage in rounds, but this one could be very, very different as far as how it looks as compared with the last one, because we got the York back on Mixwell, and he's likely going to be looking for some opening picks early on in the rounds. So it might be a bit of Mixwell versus Device action that we are going to see here early on. I would like to see that. I want to see that AWP battle. But not every time you're going to see them take the same angles. Although this time we might. Device is in the vicinity of Ali, and that's exactly where Mixwell's going.
Device concentrating on main for the time being. Going to Ivy. And Mixwell has come and gone very quickly indeed. Again, it's the last round of the first half. Astralis looking to create another canyon between these teams in terms of score. No idea what happened there, but lovely angles being found by the T side. That boost paying off over the smoke. They'll be looking to prey on OpTic, maybe not checking their position, but he will hear them running away from Ivy at the very least. So Dupree knows that potentially people are coming his way.
Yeah, it's just really interesting, this development. That frag there by PopDog kind of changed things for OpTic after losing Mixwell. I think they were just in the mind of, okay guys, before us is 5, we need to just get in here together, just coordinate in for a split, and then they get the pick off. That changes the CT setup, and they're using the time in the round to actually better find another attack, which is really smart from OpTic. Again, showing how well they understand the game, and they're going to go for the set piece onto the A bomb site. They do have a lot of grenades to do that with, but the problem is going to be the initial defenders in the likes of Dupree.
Device on the bomb site. His vision is obscured. There are gaps. Not going to pay off for him though. Flashbang goes down. So does the bomb. Dupree on the high ground done great work. Still a man advantage for the CT side. Time again against OpTic. The flank. Kirby coming in from the back. Bomb finally collected by OpTic, but he's just playing the information game. Kirby giving info to his team. Stanislaw remains on the site. 15 seconds in front of the bomb. Can't get the second last kill. Astralis 9-6 in the first half.
Man, OpTic fought so hard in this one. I don't know the last time I saw so many rounds, Force buys traded and traded over and over again. How many Force buys did we have in a row? It was like 6 or something. So yeah, Astralis, they get that lead. That's why they pick the CT side. That's where they know they're comfortable. We've seen how comfortable they have been there across the entire tournament. But now OpTic have to do the same thing. The question now is it enough? Did OpTic do enough with 6 rounds on their T side?
I have a pause coming in from Astralis. If I'm not mistaken, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 Force buys in a row before a consecutive round was won by OpTic.
That is ridiculous.
That is insane. So indeed, there's a force buy. There's a timeout. I think it's a tactical timeout, I suppose. Maybe just trying to figure out what they want to do in this pistol. Oh, they want to drink. I'm told. I suppose it's technical timeout. I'm thirsty. Nothing but Kevlar on the OpTic side on his CT pistol for them. Device and Glaive with double flashbang and smoke. So we'll see what they have. Again, two Ts on utility has become quite common as of late.
Yeah, I think it's the way forward. I think anything you can... Oh dear, they missed one of the smokes.
That's a bad miss.
Anything you can do to guarantee a bomb plant, even if you lose the round, that is definitely where you want to be, because at least you get the AKs in straight away. You can play pressure straight away. If you don't do that, there's a couple rounds where the CTs can get off to a lot of money, a very good start.
Look at this position from Stanislaw. He is already super forward towards B. That allows OpTic to keep 4 people on the A bomb site. They're perfectly positioned, but headshot first comes in from Astralis.
OpTic is leading with the jumps. Look how annoying it is to deal jumping Glocks. Very, very stressful stuff. Nav takes him to the side of the face, leaving Stanislaw on his own against 5 players. That sucks. Here he goes down the ladder. That's not a very favorable engagement. And indeed, Device will take it down. Not a single player lost for Astralis. Just waltzing in through Ali, and then winning the round.
Burst fire, boys, for that final kill. Super Mario Brothers coming down Ivy. Look at this. It's like the mouse has a malfunction. It's jumping all over the place, avoiding being headshot. And the first person, even if he's jumping, he becomes a meat shield. We saw Mixwell doing that on a previous pistol this weekend. Very, very frustrating to deal with. That's the start that Astralis wanted. Heading towards a potential victory, potential revenge on OpTic. Stanislaw with big pop-up pump. He's got the Scott Steiner close towards B. Will anybody dare emerge through that smoke? Already there's a pistol kill for OpTic.
Yeah, that is an interesting start for them. Astralis, though, they're not messing around. They've got all 4 players together, and they will move them onto that B-bomb site in unison. Stanislaw, he's got the shotgun. Oh, unfortunately gets nothing from it. Big pop-up pump has been retired. And now it's going to be a 4 versus 4 with the bomb down. A much less favorable situation here for the OpTic Gaming side.
Again, Astralis with great use of those smokes, making things very unfavourable for OpTic. They try to force their way through. Connector at the very least. Device gets his bell rung, still alive for the time being, and he will be a distraction while he's alive. In the meantime, where are these kills going? Not in favour of Astralis. The CTs continue to charge in. Can Kiabi close this out? He can't. And now it's down to Zipex alone. There's no kit on these 2 players. Rush trying to force the aggression, but he hasn't got the HP to do it. That leaves Tarek alone. Zipex knows the bomb's not being defused. All Tarek can do now is go for the kill. Manages to do that, but the round goes to Astralis, and Tarek will not survive this. 5-round lead for Astralis.
That's a really good, that's a lot of good damage, to be honest, from OpTic, but like, at this point, Astralis with so many rounds of advantage, they're going to feel gutted. They were not able to convert that first frag. But again, it does show you that Astralis, you know, they're not going to be a team that panics when they lose somebody quickly. They're like, no, we know exactly what to do here. We're all going to be combining, run this set piece. It's all calm, it's all considered. And they get the result they needed. 11-6 indeed is where we stand, and it's only going to get a little bit worse here for OpTic because they're stuck on pistols. They have to save, and this time they aren't investing anything. It's just a couple P250s and a dream.
4 players for OpTic around A. Waiting for the inevitable, surely. That's a nice start for Kiabi. Highlight real kill there. Max 10 charging in. Device, though, has an enemy behind him. Enemy's taken down by Dupree, leaving Stanislaw alone. They know he's the B player. Someone needs to collect the bomb, maybe? This round may drag on for a little bit more. OpTic Gaming will soon have half the score of Astralis.
Yeah, starting to look very bad indeed for them. And the Ops are going to start rolling in very soon. I think Device has definitely been more on point than Mixwell. That's what we've seen so far. That AWP versus AWP battle on this map is incredibly crucial. Mixwell's going to pick himself up an AWP, as will Device. And once again, we might just see them both fight off early on. So, Device, where will he choose to go? Where will Mixwell choose to go? Full nades here for Astralis, but again, they're going to feel that OpTic may be a little bit weak on some of the grenades. Mixwell himself has none, so it's a situation where they can very well try to play slowly and draw out a lot of grenades. Got Glaive tossing in a quick one there, just to get his a quick flash to get Zipex into a forward position. So it actually looks like Astralis want to go for a fairly quick round here. All depends on what Device can find on Ali, and there's not too many CTs in the vicinity for him to capitalize upon.
I think they'll also be waiting for Zipex to have a CT, walk into his crosshair. Rush has a good angle though, but maybe Astralis players towards main will run distraction, and perhaps they won't realize where Zipex is quite yet. Smoke down towards Ivy, and again Glaive is just baiting for Zipex, just jumping around main, backwards and forwards, looking perhaps for somebody to overextend, but will they? This is the baiting from Glaive you see here. Rush though, he's close to Zipex, but he's focusing towards main. They've given up some real estate thanks to that smoke. Potential crossfire if required, but Nafly's angle, Rush can't necessarily help him if help is needed. So, who's going to make a mistake first? That's the question.
Oh, that is nice damage. Rush doesn't get the kill though, but he puts a device down to 15 HP. In goes the pop flash. Oh, it completely whiffs there. Rush is full, well, has all the vision, but he doesn't have the frag. It's Naf though that gets 2 kills. Astralis moving forwards regardless. Mixwell has to get something. Misses, and Device, he will not miss. Stanislaw against 3 now, rushing in with the M4, trying to find a way to do something in this position. They haven't planted yet, so there might be an opportunity for Stanislaw.
Lovely smoke towards Ivy. They know Stanislaw's the B player. So they planted for Pop Dog and plugged a hole with a smoke. But will they have the angle? I think Device is waiting with the AWP. Covering Xipex's back as well. How does Stanislaw get back into this round? Not sure he can. He doesn't have a kit either. So he's pretty much just holding, trying to take some weapons away, maybe steal an upgrade. Could pick up this AK on the floor towards the end of this round. But here comes Xipex jumping once again. He will continue to make a nuisance of himself. Another round in the bag for Astralis.
The level Astralis are on right now is very, very scary. That is for sure. They are quite fearsome in every respect. And now they're only 3 away from taking this grand final and reasserting themselves as one of the best teams in Counter-Strike. Because not only have they performed very well recently, they are crushing people. They are crushing through this tournament. Can OpTic stop them? They're on a half buy at the moment, a few Deagles, some Kevlar. That's it though. Again, you can't ask too much from that, but they need everything from it. They're 3 away from losing this one.
Stanislaw and Nafly with very aggressive positions towards the B bomb site with these pistols. Glaive and Dupree in position to pinch the B bomb site should they be successful going through Ivy, but Rush is waiting there. Warning shot being fired from his Deagle. How far will Stanislaw and Nafly go? The bomb's still on the floor around main. Xipex's. He has the information now. How do Astralis react to this? They know they have lost a lot of map control. Device got to be careful. Down he goes. Can that AWP be collected?
That's a start. That's a start. There's a minute left though. Astralis still have some time to maneuver, some time to work out the situation. Previously when this happened, they all came together, hit a bomb site with some grenades, and everything went fine.
Marvelous. Weapon disposal unit called Kiabi.
Into the skip it goes.
Into the skip.
I think they have skips here, James. I think they call it something else in America. I have no idea. But
big thing with trashing it. Into the big thing with trashing it. Also known as a skip.
With the Deagle, this is the moment. If he gets a couple kills here, this is everything. Oh, he's walking into the crosshair, but Naf just can't quite find the shot. And that's going to be a free B bomb site for Astralis.
So we have a rotation from Tarek, but he won't have seen the AWP that was sitting on that skip. It was hanging off the side. Could have been something to save, but they know nothing about it. Dupree looking for CT to eliminate Stanislaw close. Not the 2-man spray down. Glaive will hear the footsteps, but he has a bomb to protect for the time being. We have Rush looking for some shenanigans on the B-bomb site as well. But indeed, Astralis look likely to march to their 14th round. Tarek, if he jumps up, you might see the AWP. Look at that. There's a present for him.
Wow. That's awesome that he just found that.
Look at this. I have this now.
That's like when you're walking down the street, you sit down on the bench and you find there's just 20 quid on the floor, James.
Nice.
Just on the floor. I love that.
That is a money saver for them. They had the money to buy it anyway, but who knows, maybe that money comes into play. Maybe it allows someone to have more grenades or a kit, some round-winning utility, perhaps. Nafly going to be AWPing, Mixwell picking up the second one, so there we go.
And there's lots of ways to go this too. I mean, you can get pretty aggressive if you're going to go double ops, or you can play it the opposite way and just play very passively. And
but Nafly bought the second AWP instead of Mixwell. Mixwell had the money to buy utility as well, so they could have managed their money a little bit better there, but it is what it is. Please continue.
Yeah, we already see the first AWP spotted there in Naf. Device is hungry for the kill, but Naf is just retreating at the moment, playing an off angle onto Ali now. Doesn't want to re-peek it. I don't blame him, especially with the form that Device is in right now. And Astralis, they're just setting things up for that push onto A. But they'd really like a pick-off if possible first. But I don't think OpTic are going to give that to them.
Astralis Starting very slow. But they still have time. They have lots of time. They've got 2 players towards Ivy. They're deploying some grenades, but they have few grenades left. They do have 2 smokes, however. Moving away from Ivy now. That smoke asking questions of OpTic Gaming. Maybe keeping players closer towards Ivy. But OpTic have good positions. They have Stanislaw very far back towards the B bomb site, so it seems they're going to play retake over there. What is the play of Astralis, though?
And moving in for the push now with the grenades. The defense has been broken. The front of it, at the very least. Mixwell's still alive, so there is still someone left here providing the frags. And Astralis, they didn't quite get the ground, the forward movement they needed to get onto the plant just yet. Mixwell is problem number 1, and he is still lurking with that AWP, and there's still work to be done. They are waiting to see if he's going to peek them. Nap as well. The backlines with the AWP. Shot missed.
They really need Stanislaw to rotate. He's still on the B bomb site. That's the bomb down. He needs to get there quickly. But he's making his way towards PopDog, so that's going to make it impossible for Astralis to get the bomb down. There it goes again. And now there's no more time for them to plant the bomb. Device trying to escape.
Counter-terrorists win.
The orbit Device, he can survive. We get to kill the Stanislaw, but he does get traded in the end, though. So, AWP gone, and that's a really important frag, actually, for OpTic Gaming, getting rid of the AWP from Device. Obviously, right now, the Astralis could buy another AWP, but their money is very, very stretched at this point. We're going to see a Mag 7 onto Stanislaw, so effective gun on Train. Mixwell definitely missing a few shots here.
Yeah, that's been the case for the last few days, and that's worrisome. I mean, Train is one of the maps where we've seen insane highlights from Mixwell with the AWP in horrible situations. We need to see those today if he is to keep his team in this game. That's not a good start for Stanislaw. Again, he's been playing B alone so often. But Astralis they won't feel the need to capitalize and take some risks going through that smoke. They don't know what lies behind if there are more players. And time is on their side. They will stretch the CTs. You see Nafly starting to push Ivy now.
And one thing as well that's really interesting is that I think Astralis wanted to try to get an edge on Ali, but as soon as that kill came in, they're in a 5 versus 4. They changed their plan immediately not to take this risk. Ooh, the push comes in. Naf nailing Kirby. That is an important aggression. They needed to find something. He's going back to the well.
Going back.
But is the well poisoned? Oh, it looks like it's good. It's crystal clear. And that's going to be one more frag for Naf. 3 versus 3 here, and that should actually be a fairly decent situation for OpTic.
Minutes on the clock for Astralis. Problem is they're out of position. Now we've got Tarek trying to capitalize on Naf's distraction. He's starting to push through B. That allows him to keep his other 2 players on A. How far forward will he go, though? Smoke towards Ivy. Lovely timing from Rush, punishing Device for getting cheeky. Well, let's not go in this situation. Tarek can back off after that spray. He's got time to do it. Lovely Molotov. 30 seconds left. Astralis running out of options.
Yeah, but it's not over yet. They're going to find their way onto the A-bomb site. 25 seconds. Smoke goes down to avail the plant, but the CTs are close. They are looming. They could potentially go through the smoke. They're trying. But, oh, Zipex finds himself the spray. Great cover fire there for Glaive. And they both retreat to PopDog. This is a very interesting situation now. More grenades from both sides to try to get the edge in this 2 versus 2.
Oh, look at this cheekiness. They're boosting over the smoke to try and stop the plant from being defused. Spotting Tarek, they know the defuse is not coming in, but they could get 2-man spray down. They've got to be careful. Glaive has 9 HP. How did he stop it? He can't stop it. Another round for OpTic.
Counter-terrorists win.
Gimmick plays, but they have their issues.
7 rounds behind, 6 rounds of deficit for them now as they win that one. OpTic, can they claw it back all the way up onto Mixwell? Full nades for everybody. Astralis, not the same story, not the same story. They are kind of broke. Might see a bit of a half-fight from them, but actually they could actually spend a bit more money here, but they decide not to. Playing it very, very conservatively. And I actually like that a lot because it means that they will get more buy rounds potentially later. There are a lot of rounds left and they only need 2 of them. And buy rounds are their best chance to get those. So why not have as many as you can possibly have? This could be scary though. Stanislaw is not really on point.
Yeah, I think he blew his load in the last map down. He's got 6 kills. He's playing the B bomb site, but we've had a T-half already. Yeah, you're right. It's only 6 kills for Stanislaw. He will have some additional help on the B bomb site just now. They rotated somebody in. That is going to be Mr. Tarek. And now playing at better ranges. So this is fantastic. An alteration to the setup. And it's perfect to deal with the situation. Tarek, he wants some more frags himself. He'll be pushing forwards to find out where the remainder of Astralis are. But they go for the rotation. So easy cleanup here for OpTic after all. And
formality. But
Or is it?
Maybe Zipex can do some more here.
Yeah, they're far back on the B bomb site. He has an M4. He doesn't have any armor. Waiting for that spray to come in. Lots of nades as well, doing well to avoid it. And again, he's got time on his side. No commitment from OpTic. Not going to get too close to B just yet. Zipex finally emerges. We have good timing. He can get a 1 versus 1 with Nafly here, or even Stanislaw. Spotted, trying to avoid. So far, so good. Can he get the bomb down though? Very awkward for Zipex. And they continue to push. But he's done more damage than you would have expected in that round. 5 rounds now between the two sides.
That was actually a godlike play from Zipex, like finding his way, like how does he navigate through all the spray there? Then he has to kind of understand, okay, what are the most likely positions? Okay, guy's still spraying. I think he's probably in this position. Finds his way in into the perfect blind spot. Could have gotten that kill pretty quickly. And then there's a second guy maybe available as well. That was just, I mean, talk about like getting the most out of very little. That's Zipex right there. And
squeezing the juice from the lemon.
All the juice was squeezed. But Astralis have a big buy now. What are they going to do with it? They don't have an AWP, so likely not going to be playing too much for picks, but more for just map control and pressure. As much as you can get map control-wise on this map. Oh, the push comes in. Pop flash play. Tarek in onto device there. That is nice. Also some great information, as well as the kill into team main.
That's the signature aggression that has been missing from OpTic so far. But it's good that even against the odds, when they're down, when Astralis are 2 rounds away from winning the match, they're not afraid to play their game. And that kill rotates Astralis away from the IV position towards main. They don't know what's going on there. And this will waste time for them trying to find out if anyone's there. If their plan is A, they need to clear that area out. There are a few nooks and crannies where people can hide. But now they'll see it's clear. Some Molotovs coming in from the CT's cub. He could get barbecued here. 2 players spotted towards, make that 3 towards main. 1 picked off. Tarek, can he find these players? Standing in the smoke of 3 HP is Sciabi. And it's Glaive to save his bacon. 4 versus 2 though. OpTic in good stead at the moment.
Yeah, there's no health on the remainder of Astralis. You can't expect much out of them. Rush, he's single-handedly just crushed this round. Picks up the remaining kills as well, but he did a lot of damage to other players other than just the ones that he fragged. Lovely stuff, Mr. Rush. 4 rounds away now at OpTic, so this is starting to become a reality for OpTic. This comeback, it's been they were working against such a deficit. Astralis won actually 9 rounds in a row before this streak of rounds here from the OpTic side. Yeah,
this is that's the 4th round victory in a row for OpTic, so Astralis heading towards that max loss bonus. They can afford a few things more. Slightly nicer things on their eco round here. $3,400 coming their way, which means Device will be back on the big ring gun. And that's a bad miss. Rush. Close to his teammate Nafly in case any help is required. Some nasty sounding pot shots from Zipex, but nothing fatal just yet. Glaive though has got himself into a very forward position. Mixwell, is he prepared for this? He's flashed, he's in the connector. Does he have any help? Glaive sees an arm. Oh no, this is going to be really awkward for Mixwell. He's got help now. Oh, will it be paying off? Yes, it will. Meantime, Zipex goes forward, but still no kills for Astralis. Just Device remaining with the bomb.
There's a Deagle though. Let's see what he can get out of it. Rush, unaware, but aim punch is not your friend. Devices get taken down in the end after 1 kill. 3 rounds away now. A deficit of 3 just doesn't seem quite so bad anymore. And Astralis, they've got to be worrying because they've been in this position before. They're going to feel like with the advantage that they had, with the amount of rounds in a row that they got, that if they lose this, that they would have thrown it away. That's probably how they're going to feel. So if they're taking a timeout, this is the perfect time to do it, to just get that confidence back, assemble a plan, get everybody on the same page.
Money's not terrible for the OpTic team. See Mixwell, Stanislaw, $7,000+ Nafly close to 6. So there are more AWPs in future, should they be required, should purchases need to come in. Device back on the AWP. Astralis asking themselves, how do we change up the game? OpTic have shown some aggression. Can we exploit that? Can we wait for that? Can we position ourselves? Should they choose to extend into our territory once again? 9 Molotovs on the map, always good to see. And as per usual, Stanislaw on his own towards the B bomb site. Specs will charge over there very quickly, and maybe a larger focus towards B here from Astralis. Round B and Popdog are 4 of the 5 players pre-entertaining towards Ivy. OpTic playing 2 in connector in case any fast rotations required, and maybe it will be.
That's important. That is very important, but Stanislaul's very low, and they know where he is. Surely, at this point, he can only be in so many spots. Glaive's going to find him. Look how quickly they're moving down the yard. Device finds himself by onto Tarek, and now massive problems coming in for OpTic Gaming. They're getting locked out of connector. That is so terrible for OpTic. I don't know how they're going to bring themselves back in. They have to go through CT, and Glaive knows exactly that.
All coming from different directions now, these CTs. Glaive's position, though, is wonderful. Nafly will be at a disadvantage if he jumps, but he manages to spot Glaive. Glaive repositioning very smart. Still an advantage. Glaive looking for the flank after these Molotovs. Kiabi taken down in the meantime. No one checking the 6 here for these players, but Device has gone down as well. Glaive needs to find some frags. The defuse is coming in as well. No, it's going to be stopped by Dupree. How much time is there? Kimmings will get there. No, he can't. He's Brian Connector. Astralis moving to match point. Finally, we see the fast play in towards the B bomb site. So many teams default with 1 player. Astralis managed to play that fast round and make it work.
You see the support there for OpTic in the crowd. They're going to need it because Astralis have found a formula perhaps that works. That was a beautiful round from them. And I mean, Rush just exploding there to make what will look like a lost round actually doable. Now what do Astralis go to? Their money's not actually great, so if OpTic are able to stop them here and prevent themselves from just losing the best of 3, they have the ability to have the advantages in multiple oncoming rounds, so this is a big one to stay focused on, fully focused on, to pull it over the line for Astralis. If they lose this round, I think overtime is very, very much a possibility. Astralis get it done. You can see trying to use some Molotovs there to force some CTs out into the open for the pick-off there. Device was waiting patiently, and now they're pushing Ali. This might be a faster round.
There goes Dupree after picking off Nafly. Device as well, going around the back of the site. Rush can't do anything about it. 3 players left to stop Astralis from winning ECS Season 2. Mixwell's on fire, he's in trouble, he has the no-scope. And Boy's getting traded, still alive, now he's the last man standing, but he can't do it. Astralis are your ECS Season 2 champions 2016.
They've done it, James. They've finally done it. Astralis have put themselves back up there with a massive tournament victory, and they did it in the most incredible fashion.
Dupree, this year, Astralis has been through so much. There were so many times that we saw your team go through such close, heartbreaking losses. A lot of times that your team's road stopped in the semifinals, but today all of that is in the past and Astralis are champions.
Yeah, well, it's about, I'm almost going to say it's about time, but then again, we've had such a roller coaster of a year with, quite a lot of group stage exits, and we've been in quarterfinals, we've been in semifinals, but we've never really made it to the grand final. We've made it twice. Now we made it, and then
dupreeh, as a player who's been with this team for a long, long time now, seeing the journey that you guys have had, sometimes going through roster changes, going through the ups and downs, becoming a champion, and then going through a slump, what does this win mean for you?
it brings, shitloads of confidence. I'm gonna about to say. It's super great. We've been all the way down. We've been where we've gone out in groups, and we've even lost to like the underdogs of the tournaments multiple times. Right now we've faced OpTic. We got our revenge from E-League. They are a super great team. They should be really proud of what they've accomplished the last couple of months. They're surely a team to look out for in the majors coming up. So, right now I'm kind of out of words. I don't really know what to say. It's just so great to be here, and actually, as I said, it's Christmas come early. We're gonna go home now to Denmark. We're gonna celebrate Christmas and with our families, which we haven't seen for quite a while. So it's been one hell of a journey.
And of course, last but not least, there have been so many fans that have been watching you guys for this whole year, cheering for you, and now you guys are champions. So a word to all of those fans.
Well, thank you to everyone that's been supporting us, and also the crowd, even though there's probably a little bit more of OpTic fans, but thank you for coming and supporting Counter-Strike. And apparently also all the fans back in Denmark and everyone else at home, so thank you very much.
Congratulations, dupreeh, again. And ladies and gentlemen, there is your ECS Season 2 champion. It is Astralis!
There we have it then. Astralis are confirmed as your champions of ECS Season 2 2016. I think the best word to sum that up, Tommy, is finally.
Yeah, it's about time for them.
Yeah.
You feel for them after all this time, don't you?
Yeah, finally someone manages to go double digits against them in this tournament, Paul. I think that's also...
that was the other finally.
The other finally, yeah. But it's been a long time coming for this team. You know, last year at the Cluj major, we were considering them as the favorites to win a major finally, and then in 2016 they start really falling down, you know, they start slumping, they make these roster changes, it doesn't work, and now after yet another roster change, they finally seem to have found their stride again.
It's also another bone for CS as well in 2016, the 13th different team to win a Premier tournament this year. That's incredible. It just shows the diversity. We were talking about on Friday about how just competitive the whole scene is right now.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if there's been a team that's won 2 titles of a big tournament in the last 4 months, pretty much, ever since if you look back to Cologne Major, even ECS Season 1 finals, that was G2. So ever since that, it's been a different team winning a big tournament.
Yeah, I think VP probably the only one since then, won 2, didn't they? And they had like 3 finals in a row. I think it was Star Ladder and, not Star Ladder, it was just after Star Ladder they won 2 in a row.
Yeah, they won Bucharest, and
no, but
they won E-League finals. That's
Yeah, I guess if you go that far, I was thinking more along the off season that was in August. I guess NIP would be the only one, but even they played the first one with Michael and
yeah, exactly. And they've had but it's been a very diverse year, isn't it, all the way through? And it's not just the last part of the year for sure has definitely kind of added a few more. Dignitas have won a title for the first time, Gambit have won a title for the first time. Lots of teams have won things at the end of the year. OpTic, of course, Cloud9, and now Astralis. Astralis were the key team in all of those that were missing from the winners board.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I mean, they started the year competing for titles, and then ever since that win against Fnatic in Columbus, that we all thought was actually going to be the one that was going to open the floodgates.
But they were favourites at that point, weren't they?
Yeah,
they actually were genuinely favourites.
That was the one that was supposed to open the floodgates and finally give him a chance to win a major, and then after that, just nothing worked.
Also kicked the 3-4 habit as well, which is good. That was kicked at E-League. They finally made a final. Do you feel like it's like that for some teams? They just break through finally and something clicks and then it all makes sense?
I feel it is. Like the mental barrier we were talking about can be a big issue. You know, not necessarily for a team to not make it past a certain stage in a tournament. It's also against playing a certain team, right?
Yeah.
We have situations where, for example, Astralis, they didn't beat NIP until recently for a period of more than a year, which is really amazing, you know, because NIP wasn't such a great team for the whole period of that time. So it does have a lot to do with it, and we see more and more teams go for these roster changes simply because they believe that this is okay, now we make this roster change and everything else is going to change. Sometimes it is true, sometimes it is not. So it all depends.
Yeah, another fine performance by Device. You made a few comments to me privately. I won't reveal what they were unless you want to say them, but he's had issues sometimes in the past where he hasn't maybe performed the way you expect him to perform because you expect so much from him. He's such a great player. This time round, no problem at all.
And frankly, I think that's more so a thing of the past. I think throughout 2016, he's usually actually been the guy who has performed, and the rest of his team has a lot of the time left him down. So I think that's more so a thing that some of the fans still hold on to, where I don't think it has really been the case for 6-9 months, something like that. But obviously, I mean, he was amazing throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
But so was the rest of the team.
I was going to ask you for MVPs. How do you pick one out?
I mean, I think it probably has to be Device overall, because he was the guy who just carried them in the SK series as well. But I mean, it was a team win. They were dominant. I said this is probably the most dominant tournament win if you adjust it for prize money to take into consideration how competitive it was. Sure. Probably the most dominating tournament win ever.
Difficult sometimes to quantify when there are only 8 teams in a tournament and you have this sort of best of 1, best of 3 mix, Janko. But how do you rate it? Is it finally we've got the monkey off their back, or is this a genuine Premier win that Astralis deserve?
Definitely a genuine win for them. It's not just the result itself, that they win and that they beat these teams, and some teams aren't in attendance, right? But it's the way they play. When you look at how they play fundamentally good Counter-Strike, they play proactive Counter-Strike on the CT sides. We've seen their CT sides here. So that's something that is going to work against anyone, even against better teams. It's going to be harder to do it consistently and to be successful at it over an extended period of time. But it's something that in its fundamental is solid.
Yeah, it's flawless as well. I mean, they haven't lost a map the whole tournament. They can't do much more than beat the teams that are put in front of them, can they? Let's check in with the bracket one more time and show you how all things shook out here at the Season 2 Grand Finals. Of course, both of our semi-finals completed today. They were rounds. Astralis coming through against a depleted SK Gaming, and Envy destroyed in 2 maps by OpTic. OpTic this time round are the runners-up, as the champions for the first time in 2016 are Astralis. That's pretty much it from us here in Anaheim. It's been a fantastic few days of Counter-Strike, of course. Thank you very much to Tommy, and thanks to Janko, also to Sean Garris for stepping in today, and of course Fifth Flower, and all of our commentary team here, as well as all of the people behind the scenes for being able to bring you this ECS season once more. That is it for 2016, almost it for Counter-Strike in 2016 as well. In terms of Premier tournaments, the 36th one has come to an end, and Astralis are your champions. What I can say to you is ECS will be back in 2017. We'll see you then.